Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, chapter 226, y'all. It's gonna be a relatively quick chapter review. No surprise, because it's a very simple chapter, very informative, solid chapter overall. Okay, so we start off with a flashback within a flashback. Now, as some dudes like to call it, flashback inception. It's not a frame story exactly, so I like the title. Anyways, like the nickname. Sheba is talking with Solomon. We've seen this like 2-3 times, right? And she's like, yeah, trying to find out more about him. This is when it was back in childhood. She's 12, he's 17, right? And she's trying to understand him more, trying to understand why he left his position of social stature and all that. And pretty much she simply doesn't want to become arrogant, cocky, conceited like his father, Elder David. We'll see how that goes, because I think there's more to David than meets the eye, at least that we've been told. That's the impression I've gotten so far, anyway. Now, we see that the people, a king, like this is a whole Saul situation. If you know scripture, you know the Bible, King Saul, the Israelites wanted a king, okay? Because they're like, these people are like, yo, we can't have peace without no king. They're going for the easy route out. They're going for the easy way out. Solomon don't want, not Solomon. Yeah, Solomon don't want to do it, but he's like, he don't want to do it. He's like, all right, you know what? If it got to be like that, it got to be like that. Now, the other cats are like, even his Ugo, Arba, Ethnon, the rest of these cats, while they all support it. But Ethnon says something very interesting. Okay, he's like, if this cat gets too big, we'll take him down. You ain't gotta worry about that. Even though Solomon is the most powerful, we'll take care of business. We'll bring you down a few notches at least. So we'll keep you in check. Checks and balances. Very nice. She was just being very supportive, which I love. She's being a wife. We see her in the bedroom and whatnot. And just having a conversation. She's like, you remember the old times and this and that, and everything's gonna be nice. So that was all quite nice. Now, something very interesting. Okay, before I forget, the end of the chapter, it was saying, I wonder if we're gonna have a time skipping night. I do remember now. I was talking about this last night with a couple dudes, and I know that it was stated that they're prepping the final battle and they need Sheba, but is she going to already have a kid? We don't know. 5 years, we have no idea when they're actually going to face off against David, if ever. Also, the whole second half, and we got explanation on things we already know about the rope, but the important parts, this is what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. 3 dimensions. Okay, I was explaining to a guy, like, it's, for example, if you understand the whole physical realm, the whole mental, and then the whole spiritual, okay, the whole spiritual aspect of life, okay, for example. Now, in this case, Ugo's explaining to all of them, because they don't quite get it. He's like, all right, even though this is all one life, there's like 3 dimensions within that one, within our existence. There's the physical realm, the physical existence, which we all can see, interact in, blah blah blah, we all normally perceive. Now, Solomon takes things to the next level, because he's such phenomenal blah, blah, blah. He's such a phenomenal masterful magician that he takes it to manipulation of the laws of nature, the laws of physics, which according to Ugo is the vector realm. Now it goes very mathematic, which makes sense, but Ugo's trying to take it a step further in controlling of the rope. So we see the foundation of this, and we're going to get more and more, we're going to get an increasing amount of understanding into this whole rope concept. And it's this spiritual, it's this soul, and he says everybody's equal. So that's a key way in, because Solomon is all about the equality of the races, because the races is like, okay, there's these, and I gotta say, is there more than like non-intelligent races? Because it was said, but there seems to be considerable amounts more. Maybe they evolved over time. I don't know what happened, but regardless, like one race is simply saying, like, yo, were we the first to contact Eli or something? I forget like that. But another one's like, we look more like the incarnate, like he's pulling out some Jesus Christ, like he's Christ, like Solomon's Christ. He's the incarnate of Eli. So we look these Cyclops bodies, but they got like 5 eyes, and they're like that. So they're ready to go to war. These cats are ready to go to war, and the magician's like, please, Solomon. So all that, and this whole rope and controlling of rope And Ugo's going into that. He doesn't know. Ethan's cracking on him, and the rivalry is clear. Okay, the rivalry is very clear. But pretty much, Solomon's considering a few things, and he tells Ugo, "Yeah, please do continue your work." Everybody's Lord Solomon, King Solomon, which I've continually called him. But one last point to end this review. You see my thumbnail. Now we've seen this before. I fully don't understand what it is and what it means, but it's quite interesting because it's like it does both sides. Oh, and one other point before I finish this thought. I saw, like I was looking. It was at the bottom of the pages, and we saw the whole the whole rope float, the float. But I saw one black streak, so I was wondering about that, and also these different the connections and all. Like we really gonna get the in-depth look into this whole rope concept, right? But anyways, that whole insignia, the whole night and day, I get that moon, sun to sun, like this whole thing. We need an explanation of that because they had a whole separate panel. I really want Shinobu or Taka to go in that. But overall, like I said, this was a quick, pretty simple chapter, solid, 7 out of 10. We got important information, some plot progression, deeper understanding into the situation at hand. We're beginning to understand rope more in the world of not only Alma Toron, but how these dimensions kind of play out in the Magi universe. Alright, y'all. You unexpected want to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on this chapter, and till next time, y'all. Peace, have a beautiful day, beautiful night.